Till next time, bye!
Convey to Minister Lavrov our deep concern.
Joe Biden resets America's foreign policy, promising to be tough on Russia and ending support for the conflict in Yemen. Pro-democracy protests spread in Myanmar as the military arrests more civilian politicians after the coup. And we have a special report on the religious groups coming together to rebuild Mosul, the Iraqi city destroyed by Islamic State.
Hi everyone, and welcome to my Zone Online School. My name is Ms. Nancy Kangomine, and here I'm joined with by my friend Chanel. Welcome, Chanel. And before we start with anything, let's sanitize our hands. Do it properly, between your fingers, do it properly, Chanel. Okay, there we go. Do it properly there at home. And let's practice our social distance. Make sure you are touching nobody and no one. And then, last but not least, we need to put on our masks. It's very, very important. Today, we are doing hygiene, and let's turn our books to page. Oh, okay. So I'm not introducing my lesson. And our basic competencies describe how personal hygiene practices contribute to good health and recognize how this can be a social asset. State practices for personal hygiene. That's number 2. And then our vocabulary for today, we have personal hygiene, keeping your body clean as well as keeping the clothes you're wearing clean and dry. And social asset is the values a person possesses. And now we describe how personal hygiene practices contribute to good health and recognize how this can be a social asset. You need to have good personal hygiene to help your body stay healthy. How do I practice good personal hygiene? You have to wash your hands regularly with clean running water and soap to prevent germs. Blow your nose in a tissue to get rid of the germs trapped in the small hairs in your nose. Wash and comb your hair regularly to prevent germs or lice in your hair, and never share your comb or brush. Germs or fungi love warm or damp places. Wash your body with soap every day to get rid of hiding germs. Germs can cause halitosis. Brushing of teeth after every meal would prevent it. Keep your toe and fingernails short to prevent germs from moving in. Okay, now we are turning to the board. And as you can see, imagine you come into your class or into a room and you get this weird smell. And this weird smell is coming from a friend, that closest friend of yours. How do you deal with that? That is really very difficult, right? Okay, so that is what we call body odor. Sometimes there is a smell coming from under your armpits, or just or even from your mouth. Kids first experience these funny smells. They appear oftenly. It starts at puberty. And it happens in your preteen years, starting from 12 years and so on. Sometimes we even get this bad smell from what we are eating, like the garlic and the peppers and the onions that we eat. They give us this funny smell. And then there are also certain foods you can eat to get rid of this bad smell, like lemons and stuff like that. And mostly it's the food that we love so much that give us these funny odors. And so you have to be very careful because not everybody is comfortable with someone else's bad smell. Okay, and body odor can be linked with poor hygiene habits as well. So, and your personal appearance is also very important because even when you go for job interviews, sometimes, or most of the time, we look at people that are very well presented. You cannot come there with all these things hanging out and so on, and you expect to get a job. So, because an interview entails a lot of people. And if you come, they look at you and that's already, and if you're not good looking in like your looks, but what you're wearing and your smell and all that, if it's not good, then you are out. You must know. So you have to be very careful of that. Other things that can also take away your smell are like deodorants. And so now this friend of yours that have this bad smell, if you don't know how to approach them, because it's very, very sensitive, most of us cannot really tell our friends that, oh, you're smelling bad. Sometimes we buy them presents that help them with these funny smells. Just a perfume or a roll-on or just the spray-on deodorants and so on. Sometimes we keep these deodorants in our bags so that we can share it with our friends and we don't need to tell them straight that they are not having good smell and so on. And washing your hands, as we said, is very important. And now with the COVID, those are one of the things that we have to do every day and every time. So be careful. Because whatever we touch, there are germs. And these germs need to be cleared before we touch our noses, our mouth, and so on. So now we are turning to page 17 for our fun quiz. The first question is, describe how personal hygiene practices contribute to good health and recognize how this can be a social asset. As we said, social asset can be a problem to the one next to you. And then number 2 is state the practices of personal hygiene. Thank you. Okay, now before we leave, we are done for today, and before we leave, let's sanitize our hands again. We said every minute and every second we need to keep this little sanitized bottle in our bags and everywhere so that we can sanitize very often. And then social distance, very much needed. And then please don't forget to wear your mask. Thank you very much and bye-bye.
Hi everyone, my name is Shashi. I'm back. And you can always stay active throughout the lockdown. You can play with your friends, but keep your distance. Like me and my friend. Yay! And you can also jog and sing to be active. Until next time, bye!
Hello grade 5s and welcome to my Zone Online School. My name is Ms. Nancy Kangomine, and here in the studio I'm welcoming my friend Chanel. And before we start with anything, you have to remember that we have to sanitize our hands and obviously practice social distancing. Make sure you are touching nobody and no one. The lesson for today is lesson 5, fitness and the human body. Okay, now let's turn to page 19 in your booklet. The basic competencies for today are, after this lesson, you will state how different physical activities and adequate rest contribute to health in terms of blood circulation, prevention of heart diseases, muscles, and support system. You will discuss practices which contribute to your own fitness based on your own lifestyles, for instance, drawing, acting, and role play. The vocabulary for today, those words that you might not understand are fitness, the condition of being physically fit and healthy. Muscles, a bundle of fibrous tissue in a human or animal body that has the ability to contract, producing movement in or maintaining the position of parts of the body. Blood circulation is a circulation of blood that refers to the flow of blood from the heart through arteries to reach all parts of the body, then from the parts of the body through the veins and returning to the heart. Adequate, satisfactory, or acceptable in quality or quantity. So now the next is we are stating how physical activities and adequate rest contribute to healthy body. Regular physical activity can improve your muscle strength and boost your endurance. Exercise delivers oxygen and nutrients to your tissues and helps your cardiovascular system work more efficiently. And when your heart and lung health improve, you have more energy to tackle daily chores. Now we are turning to page 20. Just as exercise strengthens other muscles in your body, it helps your heart muscle become more efficient and better able to pump blood throughout your body. This means that the heart pushes out more blood with each beat, allowing it to beat slower and keep your blood pressure under control. Practices which contribute to our fitness based on our lifestyles will be, now I want us to actually turn to the board. Exercise control weight. Exercise can help prevent disease, excess weight gain or help maintain weight loss. Now, as you can see, these are the benefits of exercise here on the board. And the most important thing is your heart. The blood is pumped by the heart through the body, and then it has to come back to the heart. And this is why your heart can pump actually better if you exercise more. And then these are the benefits of exercise. You have a strong heart. You have better muscles. Your respiratory system is working better. Your pulse is actually better. You have increased bone density. Your brain functions better. You can even focus better in class. And it helps with the production of more red blood cells. And obviously, we all want these beautiful shapes. And you can, so that is also helped by exercise. So it also compacts health conditions and diseases. It helps with your mood. You feel better. If it says mood, then it means that you actually feel better. And then obviously you have a lot of energy and you can sleep better. Okay, now being at home, we know that you are bored. Please, people, exercise. You can exercise with your dog, you can exercise with your parents, you can exercise with everyone around the house. But please, just maintain your 1.5 distance. That is very, very important. And now we will continue on page 20 for our fun quiz. The first question on the quiz is, state how physical activities and adequate rest contribute to your health. And number 2, that's really fun. You are going to draw any of your physical activities which contribute to your own fitness. Thank you. That was. Okay, now we are going to sanitize again. You know how to sanitize all over between the fingers, and then please maintain social distance. And from me and my friend here, it's bye-bye.
What is social distancing? Hi everyone, I am Zoshi, and I'm back. It literally just means that you need to stay home all the time and keep away from crowded places. And remember to keep your distance from your friends too. Everybody stay safe. Yay! Till next time. Bye!
India's Ranthambore Reserve in Rajasthan is home to the rare Bengal tigers. Every year, John Isaac, an Indian-born photographer, travels from New York City to document the lives of these majestic animals.
In the last 10 years, I think my interest has grown tenfold, and I'm very particular about the survival of the tigers.
His goal is to make sure that people everywhere know about the grave danger Bengal tigers face: extinction. John holds seminars and photographic exhibitions from his visits to Ranthambore to raise awareness of the plight of these tigers. He's currently working on a book to document their dilemma due to an increasing human population encroaching on their territory. According to John and wildlife experts, each tiger needs as much as 9 square kilometers to survive, just under 4 square miles. The The relationship between tigers and people has always been difficult, but now, with much less territory to roam, tigers often wander into human settlements.
The conflict between the villagers and the tigers has always been there, and then government tries to compensate. If a tiger kills a goat or a cow, they pay a certain amount to the villagers.
In the past, tigers used migration corridors or routes followed by wildlife for travel between summer and winter habitats. Now these pathways have been taken over by people who use them as living quarters and to reap firewood.
We are trying to work with the communities living around and trying to reduce their forest dependency so that we can conserve this corridor patch for the smooth and easy movement of tigers.
Jamuna Devi, a farmer, lives near one of the migratory corridors. She used to depend on the forest for grazing pastures. Now, thanks to a World Wildlife Fund initiative, Jamuna no longer needs to rely on the forest for her family's survival. The secret? Introducing new alternative crops closer to her home.
गई साल बोया हमने खुद ने, और ये तो अभी यही गई साल बोया है। ये आया होया कांदा है हम 25 रोज को तो तारीख को तो बोया ही है, और रोज में अंतर तो आगा भूलने लगा।
The success of this project has led to even more changes. Jamuna decided to plant fodder for her cattle on her excess land to further preserve the habitat of the tigers. She has also switched to cooking gas so that she doesn't have to collect forest wood for fuel.
जंगल में सब दुनिया ने जब छोड़ दिया तो सब बे होगी, कोई काम नहीं करा, लकड़ी को भी नहीं करा, जंगल में जाने से भी परेशान है दुनिया। गैस भेज दिया सबन के घर घर में, वे सभी सिलेंडर पकड़ते हैं, और रुपया को कोई समझते ही नहीं है, अब भीतर भरा लावा।
Climate change also has a direct impact on the habitat of tigers.
The last 2 or 3 years, they say, there's been a drought. The rains have not been regular.
Climate change is a serious problem in this country, even it's in the continent. So keeping these forest areas alive and protected is the only solution. This year we have raised a nursery of 10,000 saplings. Forest department have shown their interest. They bought around 2,000-3,000 saplings.
The idea is to plant new trees to replace those lost to severe weather conditions and human activity. Poaching used to be a major threat to Bengal tigers, but thankfully the number of big cats killed by poachers has plummeted due to measures implemented by law enforcement agencies, resulting in less demand for tiger products. Especially the introduction of camera traps and digital apps, which automatically take photos of moving tigers and suspicious persons moving around in the forest.
Every time I hear something like that, I feel so good, in some ways, some things are working, and so this is what drives me to come and do this. In my lifetime, if the tigers are extinct, I don't know how I'll handle that.
This report was produced by Mary Ferreira for the United Nations.
Akiri, 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 akiri. Water, water, wash your hands. Scrub with soap, wash your hands. Front and back, wash your hands. To be clean and safe. Wash your hands before you eat your breakfast. Wash your hands before you eat your lunch. Wash Water, water, wash your hands. Scrub with soap, wash your hands. Front and back, wash your hands to be clean and safe. Wash your hands after using the toilet. Wash your hands after you sneeze or cough. Wash your hands after you touch animals. Wash your hands to wash all the germs off. Water, water, wash your hands. Scrub with soap, wash your hands. Front and back, wash your hands to be clean and safe. Wash your hands before you eat your breakfast, before you eat your lunch, before you eat your dinner, before you start to munch, after using the toilet, after you sneeze or cough, after you touch animals, to wash all the germs off. Wash your hands! Water, water, wash your hands. Scrub with soap, wash your hands. Front and back, wash your hands to be clean and safe.
We know the world is a crazy place right now, but don't panic. Take a breath. Slow down. Or better yet, stop completely. We'll still be here when everything settles down. In this time of uncertainty, look to nature. She has all the answers, you know. We're not only giving ourselves time to reset, we're giving nature time to restore, revive, restart. We're saving ourselves and we're saving the world. Stay home now so that we can welcome you to Namibia again soon. Yes, the world's a crazy place right now, but don't despair. Find the joy, cherish hope, breathe. Take a moment, take a few, and someday soon you'll once again be able to stare in wonder at this magnificent view. The world's a crazy place right now, but don't worry, we'll still be here. We'll see you again soon.
Hi Namibia, I'm Sister Holder Navasis, a registered nurse currently working at Namibian Oncology Center,